Hey, what's up, YouTube? Alright, so I'm here with a student. She's about to run through the driving test one last time. She's been practicing, so she's actually quite good at it by now, right?
Yes.
Right. So, we're gonna run through the driving test at a South Florida DMV location. As usual, I cannot see what location it is, but I can basically show you what it looks like around, so you can use landmarks to kind of make a determination as to where we are. Alright, so they're gonna ask you a series of questions. If you're parked facing uphill, what direction do you turn the steering wheel?
Left, away from the curb.
What else do you do?
You put the car in park. Put the car in park, you pull up the brake, and you turn off the ignition.
Okay, cool. Alright, they're gonna ask you to go ahead and do the turn signal. Signal left, signal right, blow the horn, press and release the brake. Alright, so they're doing that to make sure the brake lights, the turn signal lights, the horn's working. They will not take you out in a car if those things are not working, right? Make sure those things are working before you show up to any DMV. Now, they started to do this lately. They're asking you to turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. Alright, they're checking your front tire on the left side. Turn it all the way right. Again, they're checking the front tire on your right side. They check all four tires, but mostly they spend most of the time checking the front tires. Now, as soon as you're done turning, most examiners will tell you to straighten the wheel. Some of them will not tell you to straighten the wheel. They'll just basically come into the car and try to start the test. It's your responsibility to straighten the wheel. So go ahead and straighten the wheel. 1, 2. So, if you're driving a Toyota, a Nissan, a Honda, whatever, in this case it's a Kia, you want to see the Kia, the Toyota, the Honda, whatever it is, upright into the car without basically telling you to straighten the wheel. Then you go ahead and straighten it 2 times to the middle from extreme left or extreme right. Alright, so now we're going to start the test. The examiner is going to be sitting here where I'm sitting. They're going to ask you to reverse and go to the left. So you put the car in reverse. Make sure you're pressing the brake. Don't overthink like you're doing now. Alright, look behind you and you roll back. So here in this position, you need to look both ways because cars could be coming from either direction. As your mirror is past the end of the line, like about here, you turn all the way to the right. Look behind you though. And stop about here. Alright, put the car in drive. We're gonna go to the stop sign and make a left. So they're gonna tell you reverse, go to the stop sign, make a left. Remember how I used to do this. Alright. Signal left. So when they tell you to make a left turn, make sure you're signaling to the left, right? Alright. And if they tell you to make a left or right and you don't signal, you will lose 2 points for each one. So make sure you signal as much as possible. Alright, so you come to the stop sign here. They're going to say make a left, so you make sure you signal. And you make sure you come to a complete stop. You count 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead and make your left turn. Alright, we're gonna go down into the corner there and make a left turn. You see where this tree is sticking out? They're making a right turn there. So you just make sure you signal right. And you go slightly left. And make sure your mirror is past the the curb before you turn all the way right. Don't go too much to the left, right? You don't want to be in the left lane completely, just a little bit off center. Right, go around, and they're gonna tell you to stop like about here. All right, stop completely. Now they're gonna say speed up to 20 and do a sudden stop. So we're gonna go straight down there, speed up 20 miles per hour, and stop. Okay, cool. All right, look behind, straight back, and you just keep the wheel straight. If you're straight when you stop here, the car will go straight back. So you make sure it's perfectly straight as you roll back, and then they will tell you when to stop. Okay, stop about here. Put the car back in drive. We're gonna go down to the end and then make a left turn. Right, so just like you're signaling, every time they say make a left or right, you signal. Because if you don't signal, you will definitely lose the 2 points for each one. And those points will add up. You're allowed to get 30 negative points and still pass the test, but you know, if you don't signal, that alone will give you a good amount of points. So here you're gonna make sure you're close to the right, not too close because you don't want to touch it, right? You see here? Be close, but not that close, right? And then you line up your mirror like that. Signal left, turn all the way left, and then roll into the parking space. When you pass the cone on the right side here, then you keep going a little bit more to the middle, and then straighten the wheel, straighten the wheel, straighten the wheel, pull straight in, straight like that. See what I'm saying? And it's literally perfect right there. So again, you line up the mirror, turn all the way to the left, roll into the space. When you get to the middle of the space, you straighten up and pull forward. A student called me the other day and just kept asking me, I don't know where straight is. I'm like, you have to kind of feel it. Yeah. You come around and you see the car, right? This pole is in the middle of the car. That's really where you want it. Now we're gonna reverse, straight back. Look behind, roll straight back. As soon as your mirror is past the cone, the pole, whatever, turn all the way to the right and look behind you. And again, you're reversing until your mirror is past the middle, like about there. Put the car back in drive. Pull up next to the lane on the right side here. To the line, I should say. In the right lane, but pull up next to the line on the right side. Stop about here. Remember, don't cross the line, right? Because we're assuming that their car is here. Mm-hmm. So you want to be close to it, but not over it. Okay. All right, signal left. Turn all the way left until the wheel stops. And we're gonna roll forward. We're gonna stop before we hit the curb. Go just a touch more. All right, that is good. Put the car in reverse. Turn all the way to the right. Look over your left shoulder and reverse. And again, you're going to reverse until your mirror is past the middle. When your mirror is past the middle, go up a little bit more, just a touch. When your mirror is past the middle like that, you stop. Put the car back in drive, signal left, turn all the way left. I'm not even been looking at the time. Look at the time. Like, wow. You should have been like home already. Alright, come up here and come to a complete stop. Just 1, 2, 3. Alright, go ahead. Alright, and we just go back to where we started. And that would be basically the test. Remember, during the driving test, you want to keep the speed to a maximum of about 10. Yeah, you don't want to be flying through the parking lot. That's not going to work well for you. At all. All right, make a left. stay close to the right side. And we're going to park on the left side again. So signal left, line up your mirror again with one of these lines. Signal left, turn all the way left. And again, you're going to roll in until you get to the middle of the space. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more. And straighten the wheel. Straighten the wheel. Straighten the wheel. Pull straight in. And stop. Cool. Put it in park. All right. How you think you did?
Okay. I think I did okay.
Nah, you did good.
Oh, thank you.
You did excellent, actually.
Thank
So yeah, you should get like 100.
Thank you.
All right, so I have one more favor to ask.
Yes.
Tell them, subscribe, ask them, beg them, please.
Please subscribe.
I need the subscription. I am, what, 16,600 and something. So I should be in the 17,000 in a minute. But again, you know, I believe I should have 50,000 by now.
Yes,
So yeah,
I agree.
I'm begging. Please subscribe. And yeah, share it with your friends. Tell everybody about the channel. Hit that notification bell. And I will see you on the next video. Say bye-bye.